Megan and Daniel had just moved into their new home, a quiet suburban house in Ohio, built in the early 1900s. It was their dream home, except for one thing: an awful, lingering smell that seemed to seep from the walls. They scrubbed every inch, aired out the rooms, even hired a professional cleaner. Yet, the stench of rot remained. Then, Megan noticed something else. The smell was strongest near the small door leading to the crawl space beneath the house. At first, it was just the smell, but then came the noises. Late at night, Megan and Daniel would hear soft scratching sounds coming from beneath the floorboards, like fingernails dragging against wood. They assumed it was rats and called an exterminator. The man inspected the crawl space but came back pale. "There are no rats," he said, "but something's down there." Curious and afraid, Daniel finally decided to investigate. With a flashlight in hand, he crawled into the narrow, dirt-filled space beneath their home. And then, he found it. A child's handprint, smeared in dried blood, on the wooden beams. Panicked, he scrambled out, clutching something he'd found nearby, an old, crumpled Polaroid. It showed a young boy, around 10 years old, his face gaunt and eyes hollow. On the back, scribbled in shaky handwriting, were the words, "I'm still here." They took the photo to the local historical society. An elderly archivist recognized the boy immediately. His name was Ethan Caldwell, a child who had gone missing in the late 1970s. His stepfather claimed he had run away, but neighbors always suspected something darker. The case was never solved. But Ethan had never run away. He had been sealed inside the crawl space, left to die. And now, something wanted them to know. That night, Megan woke to a suffocating presence in their bedroom. The air was thick, freezing. Then she saw it. In the dim light of the hallway, a small, shadowy figure stood at the crawl space door. His hollow eyes locked onto hers. His mouth, unnaturally wide, formed a silent scream. The door creaked open on its own. And the smell, that unbearable stench of rot and death, filled the house. The next morning, Megan and Daniel left. They never returned. The house was abandoned, eventually sold to another family. But the new owners, too, complained of the smell, of the noises, and sometimes on cold nights, of a small boy's voice whispering from the crawl space, "I'm still here."